Hi, Douglas Simonson here, coming to you from Mexico with a drawing demonstration. I was in Nebraska a few weeks ago and I was at my drawing board and I did a bunch of sketches of Antonio. And there were so many good sketches from that session that it's too much for one video, so I've split this sketching session into two videos, and this is part one. But first, some background on Antonio. He's from California. His parents are from the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. And I met him through my friend Kurt Brown when they visited Honolulu a few years ago. Antonio modeled for me early one morning at Diamond Head Beach, and the images from that photo shoot are what I'm using in this sketching session. Okay, let's draw. I feel like I should say something about how hard it is to start a drawing. I know when you look at these videos, it seems like it's so easy. I mean, sometimes I watch my own videos in order to inspire me before I start drawing because it makes it look like it's going to be easy. But there's always that moment before you put down the first line that is really scary. I think I'm going to call it drawing stage fright. So I just want to remind you that it's normal. What you do is you just start drawing anyway. Even with all my years of experience, I still get drawing stage fright. Sometimes I tell my models, pretend you're drunk. Stumble around and catch yourself and almost fall and then catch yourself, or don't catch yourself and just fall. This relaxes the model, but it also creates some really interesting poses. That's what Antonio was doing here, and what an interesting drawing comes out of this pose. Here's another interesting pose that came out of that Pretend You're Drunk series of photos. I like these kind of poses that look a little awkward but are really interesting to draw. Although I'm looking at this drawing now and I realize I missed the way he was actually leaning more forward, and that would have made a better drawing. Learn from my mistakes. Here's the photo that came right after the previous one, where Antonio is getting back onto his feet. Here's a pose that is so beautiful and so interesting and could never have been planned. When I'm photographing a model, I love capturing this kind of moment where an awkward moment turns into a beautiful, graceful one. Which is why I am always snapping photos constantly, because you never know what you're going to catch. And then later I get to draw it, which is really fun. Now this drawing turned out pretty well, but as I look at it now, I see that I made his upper torso just a little too short. So it could have been even better. This is one reason why, if you're planning to do a painting of something, you should draw it several times, because you're probably not going to really get the pose in just a single drawing. Okay, that's it for this video. Now move on to part 2, where you'll see the rest of this Antonio sketching session. See you there.